sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. Our broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Yes. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. Yeah. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
Hey everybody, and welcome. Let me know if things are like squelchy or weird. I am kind of working on all the things, and I'm trying to make sure that we got good sound, but also like I'm not blowing out your eardrums. So I hope everyone's having a good day, a good night. I hope morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching, whether you're watching live or if you're on the replay, gang. Welcome. Um, And yeah, so welcome Brienne, M. Mickle, Coco Bean, Go Wendy Girl. Yeah, we are in for a trip because, yo, I was on the X, the Twitter app today. And let me tell you, I just kept seeing stuff. And I'm like, this has been kind of building and building and building with everything going on, right? Coco's in here like, yeah, you're watching 10 years ago and we were watching conspiracy videos on YouTube and now everything is just being like connected with the JE files. Yeah, things are a little wackadoodle right now. And so the biggest thing that I saw this morning, like if you try and look this up on Bing or Google, you are barely going to find anything. The only reason why I found this, the good old X, the good old Twitter, the only reason why I even know about this is apparently last Friday, March something and or other, 20th, I think, that might have been the day. Last Friday, apparently France raided the headquarters of the Rothschild Bank. They raided them. And if you don't know the name Rothschild, they are like the primo de cour, top shelf people in the world. Oh, and Brienne, yes, we're going to need your tinfoil hats tonight. Remember, tinfoil's at the front door. Grab it, enjoy it. We're going to have a good time. Use as much as you need. You might need a hazmat suit. Who knows at this rate? But yeah, the Rothschild Bank got raided. Their headquarters got raided. If you don't understand how big this is, the Rothschilds are one of the biggest financial institutions. They can essentially control all the banks of the world other than maybe like 5 countries. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's North Korea, Cuba, Iran, and Venezuela. And then I believe there's one more that I know I'm probably forgetting, but they run essentially almost all those banks for the rest of the world. Them getting raided in France due to ties to the JE files is insanity coming from France. So yeah, we are, I'm like, we have to talk about this because this is mind blowing. Also, Larry Ellison, if you don't know who this guy is, he deleted his X account. So he's an 81-year-old billionaire. He was the co-founder, CEO, owner of Oracle, one of the biggest software companies in the entire world. And he most recently is the owner of TikTok. And then also the Ellison family, not just maybe him, is one of the biggest owners of media in the West. So they have ties to every single major media outlet or entertainment like show or business. Essentially, they control the narratives in the West. So that's what we got. Also, I want to take a look into apparently the Zorro Ranch. Well, it's been sold for quite a while, but if you don't know what the Zorro Ranch was, it was a ranch that was owned in New Mexico by Mr. J.E. It's got some weird shenaniganery going on around it. I want to take a look at the owner, the new owner of it, they're looking to turn it into a Christian retreat. And another big thing, I want to take a look at Mr. Musk, maybe just a little bit, and where he's ranking in our billionaire elites. So, and then also, I do have a link going in chat. Also, hi, Ali, welcome. I want to get my thing out. If you have anonymous questions, whether or not you want to participate in this chat or not, I do have it's a link. You don't need to sign up for anything. You can kind of just go in there, leave anonymous questions, uptick certain questions if you want to put them up or have those ones answered. This is just something new I'm trying. So let me know how you like it. Just trying to make something a little bit more like, you don't need to put your name out there. If you don't want that tied to it, I have this separate thing available for people. And yeah, welcome. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh no, Ali. Oh my, oh no, I'm sorry to hear about your meds. And we are almost a full year in. Thank you for re-upping your membership. So yeah, that's what we're kind of looking into. Again, if you guys want to put in questions that you guys would like answered in relationship to our billionaire elites, whatever you want to call them, put them in chat, put them in, not, I don't have to put them in chat, you can put them into this, ask you. Oh my gosh, we almost got 2 people who are here for a whole year. That's exciting. Thank you guys so much for supporting me over this. Like, it means it means a lot to me. It really helps support me in making content. So yeah, that's what we kind of got. Like I said, the big things was the Rothschild Bank headquarters getting raided, and I really want to take a look into Larry Ellison. So those are the major two things I really want to take a look into today. And Brienne, I know we're getting there. We're getting there. Hopefully soon. Let's see. Maybe we can get. Hold on a second. Let's see. Maybe we can get some new people in here. So let's see. Oh goodness. Ah. Yes. Freedom for life. Yes. Yeah, Rothschild Bank headquarters got raided in France. So yeah, and like I said, if you didn't know about it, the only way I knew about it is because I'm on X and I'm all over the place. I got you want to look at my news feed? It's a little bit of everything. So that's the only reason why I know about it. Otherwise, again, like I said, I tried looking it up on Google. I tried looking it up on Bing. I can't get a damn thing. So yeah, and also welcome to the new members. Hey Jenna, welcome. Oh, how late are you? You aren't late. I'm just going over what we're looking into today, and the big news of apparently the Rothschild Bank headquarters in France got raided last Friday. You don't know, that's a big thing. So we're just about to get started. Yeah, welcome new members. So yeah, like this is insanity. Like again, the only reason I know about this is because of X, because of the Twitter. And yeah, this is really freedom. You are too, and you haven't seen it. If you look it up, the search thing I would say is go Rothschild Bank France. Look it up. So why can't we have a normal reading, Brienne? I don't know. At this rate, the world's topsy-turvy. There's no such thing as the normal that we were once in is no longer. We're just in it for the ride now. So let's see what we can see, right? There's no such thing as normal. There's only such thing as progress and moving forward in whatever this new normal is. So again, I'm not here to freak people out. I'm just here to be like, y'all, there's big news going on in the world, and I think we should take a look into what the frickety frick frack is going on. So, oh, yeah, really, Jenna? Oh, yeah, freedom, maybe. Oh, freedom for life. Yeah, or freedom for life always. Yeah, you're in the UK. Yeah, definitely could be censored. I was shocked to see it come across my feed. I was absolutely flabbergasted. Then again, I will say something really interesting. Yeah, I know where my VPN is, but I would like to say I get a lot of like South Korean news because I follow like certain things in South Korea pretty closely. And so I'm wondering if like the algorithm might just have like my one account as just like, hey, we're just gonna like maybe put you over into this group so this stuff is good, right? So yeah, this is going to be very, very interesting. So yeah, but if you look it up, try it. VPN might be your best friend. So okay, before I get any farther into everything, quick reminder, everything that I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So, yeah, that's what we got. Let's dive into it, shall we? We're gonna take first look into these Rothschild bank headquarters in France got raided. I want to take a look. What is the energy around that? What the frickety frick-frack's going on? And then I also want to take a look into we'll see what else kind of comes from it, right? Yeah. Okay, we are all alleged here. Okay, yeah, and everyone's got their candles, everyone's got their snacks. For me, I got peach tea today. So wink, wink, nudge, nudge. If you guys need your dirty Dr. Pepper, y'all know where it is. It's stocked in the back. Just for y'all. Not for me, but for you all. We are ready to go. So let's see. What's the general energy kind of around the Rothschild banking headquarters got raided in France? It's the start of a brand new beginning. This is the beginning of a new cycle. This is the beginning of new ways, of new things. Why is this? Because of the lies, deceit, deception that has been going on. A snake oil salesman. From the material influences here, did someone try running? This feels like either someone tried running or there's information with the chariot reversed here from material influences. It's like things had to get halted. Things needed to be stopped in progress. I don't know if there was shady money moves going on. I hear yes. But like the bank got raided. This feels, I'm going to try and be careful with my words here. It does feel though that this was done a little hastily. And I am worried that if French leadership or French authorities aren't careful, there's ways for them to get around it. So they need to be very careful. It feels like they also maybe made a move before they were ready. Not before they were ready per se, but they made a move without knowing exactly what they were looking for or where to look to. It feels like there was this big blanket affidavit or search warrant, and it's pretty broad, and it feels as though in the future they're gonna have to be very careful, especially if this gets down to prosecution. There is stuff that can and will be thrown out of court, will be thrown out of court because of what things were not covered underneath the search warrant. Because the hopes here, they wanted to prevent a collapse of something. What? French authorities get it rating. General energy around it. The hopes, they want to make sure that something doesn't collapse completely or get erased completely. Someone was slashing and burning records or deleting records, and this is almost like we got to get in there before everything has been kablooey, taken out, gone. This is somebody who, like, the energy, like the imagery that's coming to my mind is I see a rat and they're in a corner and they feel trapped and they are trying to bolt out the bolt hole. Oh boy, but the unseen obstacle here, government's got too much reach. But also there's people in the government too that are in on this that are, God. This is a brand new search. It's going to lead to a lot of new discoveries. However, when you start digging into everything, it's who's on the take and who's not. This is going to get nasty because the negative influence, what was that all about? Secrets are about to be revealed. Massive, dirty secrets are about to be revealed. And this is almost like stomach churning stuff. They're following the money. This is gonna be bad, y'all. Because the best way I'm seeing it is we're about to liquidate everything and go on the take. Or go on the run. And when this is exposed, it's going to get bad. I don't want to be any billionaire at this point because the hopes here, what's going for them, they're going to get away with prosecution. Like I should say, again, these slippery ass snakes are not going to get nailed to the ground. They won't get legally nailed to the ground. Is kind of the feeling here with the justice system reversed. That's going for this whole situation. Some people are not going to be getting justice or like kind of nailed to the ground. They aren't going to be facing their day in court. Because here in the past, there's just way too much strength around the world. There's too many places for somebody to hide. And here in the future, though, ooh. This is massive change. Massive change. What? Huh. What the heck? YouTube just started playing ad during the live feeds? What? Huh? Should have turned that off. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. It was just something I did not know that this Okay. Sorry about the ads. I just wanted to change that because I typically do not um show ads, and I don't know why that was happening. So I just wanted to get that. I just wanted to make sure that that was changed before I did that. Um, so no, no, no. It was just me doing a weird. It was weird. Because typically I do not. Um, because I want you guys to be engaged and right. So, and I don't know how that all works and ads and all that and blah da 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 da. Like, yeah, it would make me more money, but at the same time, I'm like, that's just not how my lives typically work. So again, all right, let's go in here again. Sorry, because here in the future, it does look like there is external change happening though to this thing. Because at the bottom of it, there's lots of lies, there's lots of deceit, there's a lot of deception. But also, this is like the stone figures, the stone statues that have been kind of like held in place for centuries are about to kind of start crumbling. The pillars, the people, the boundaries that were put into place are no more. Okay. Now I want to take a look into one. We're going to take a look to. These are two that I really want to make sure I'm diving into. One, I want to take a look. What secrets are we learning about the Rothschild, the Rothschild bank? What secrets are we going to be learning about? Uh, hold on. Just want to make sure I got everything. Weird, weird day. Don't make the rules. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at what secrets are kind of being revealed right now, or going to be revealed in terms of essentially the bank getting raided. And then I do want to take a look at how elites are feeling about this. Again, so yeah. Okay. Yeah, everything should be changed now. So we shouldn't have ads anymore. But again, I really appreciate everybody who does watch them. If you do, it helps monetize my content. But they shouldn't be happening anymore. So let's take a look here with the moon card reversed in terms of what are the secrets that are kind of being revealed with essentially the headquarters getting freaking raided. So let's take a look. Okay, so following the money. They're wanting to end some sort of transfer of money, but also when I'm looking at this motel hotel, this feels to me movements. Movements of people. They're finding the movements of people. They're tracking the money of how they moved people across the globe, of how they of where things were going. Why is this? Because of mind control. And what I get here more is the secrets about how things were being moved around, where money was being moved around, how deaths were being taken care of, how there's going to be funding requests. I see like medical funding or research. We're going to see who were the ones who are really donating, who were the ones that were really funding us, where was that money being funded to? The unseen obstacle here. There's a lot of transactions and there's a lot of money in different places. Also, when it comes to this partying, is there like a retreat or a company outing or like an executive function that like that's what they've put like these funds under? Or and I don't know the banking system all that well. Like, because can you give me an example? What is this all about? When it comes to the banking and secrets being revealed about the banks, the Rothschild bank. When I'm looking at these parties, the unseen obstacle, again, it's the best way I can describe it, and it doesn't need to be a one-to-one, is so when you go to conferences, they'll give you like companies will give you like the company card to take um their clients to, or like handle banking or finances or payoffs. So it almost just seems like whatever the Rothschild bank did, and the imagery, oh, okay. One example of this may come from, so I just read Crazy or China Rich Girlfriend. If you don't know, it's the second book in the Crazy Rich Asian trilogy. And in that book, the first part of it, there is one of the characters is a banker, and like one of his high end crazy rich clients, uh, the kid killed somebody, had a car accident, and then the banker had to go there to, like, he's from China. Incident happened in England. Banker had to go there to like clean stuff up, pay off people, did all the financial transactions. And so, like, that's kind of like an example that I'm seeing. Like, the bank was there to like cover shit up, give money to people, pay people off, give them essentially hush money. And it seems like it's like what was being used for hush money, what wasn't, what are things being done, where were things going? Because it's like the negative influence here too is that there's a lot of secrets, more secrets are no fun, that are about to kind of like go kablooey in the face. Like, that's kind of like, what are the secrets? Well, there's even more secrets underneath that. I'm seeing people who have been paid off. There's people who have potentially croaked, gone 6 feet underneath the ground due to other people wanting to put them 6 feet underneath the ground, and people have been paid off. There's a lot of, also, it feels like illicit substances that have been transferred around the world that are like illegal, that are being used to get money. And so like there's a lot of traffic going in and out. This could be with the cartels down in Mexico, allegedly conspiracy, whatever. I don't know jack shit. But this bank, it it holds a lot of money for a lot of very influential people that can do a lot of influential things. Because what's going for the situation, there's a lot of people who got their money in there. There's a lot of people who are also kind of like tied to this bank and tied to the people. As here in the past, well, it's all dirty money at the end of the day. And here in the future, the power supply at the bottom. Yeah, this is all about revenge. I don't know who has a thing against the Rothschilds at this point, but there's a group, allegedly conspiracy, whatever, that said, yeah, this is time for the old guard to go down. It's time for the new guard to be installed. And the Rothschilds just got, I almost want to say, checkmate is kind of what I'm seeing. Because here in the future with the power supply, you don't know, Rothschilds own almost every major bank in the entire world, other than like 5 of them. And someone, allegedly conspiracy, whatever, we're going to be learning about, this could be the oil industry, this could be just energy in general, the energy crisis that we're kind of like barreling towards right now. And that's what this is kind of feeling like. We're going to learn about too, and here in the future, of how much money, whatever money was in these banks, and how much it was supplying or running certain, essentially it runs the entire economy. It runs everything. Everything goes through them. They are the end all be all to everything, and at the end of the day, there's nobody outside of them. So when they go down, everything goes down with them. Again, it's the too big to fail mentality. Okay. Freedom for life. Is this kind of alluding to maybe freedom? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain. It's weird because it just feels like it's not just in England. This is around the world. So yeah, this is interesting. Now, I want to take a look into this Tower card reversed. Essentially, this is like, okay, so the bank got raided. The hope here is to make sure that something doesn't go down. Okay, so why is this? Now I'm curious. Now I got questions. Why is this? Why are we hoping that things aren't going to completely collapse? That's why we rated it when we did. What would have happened, like, if we, like, what's to come now that we're hoping that things aren't going to collapse? Is this going to be successful and things aren't going to completely collapse? Or what's kind of going on here? There's now way too many cooks in the, not cooks in the kitchen, but there's way too many moving parts right now, and there's way too many people's personal finances that are not insulated from this bank, from these bankers, and everyone's getting worried. So it's like, cut off not the head, cut off the head of the snake before it gets really bad. But let's take a look here. Your hope is to make sure that things don't collapse completely. Because at the center of this is that there's been a lot of people, Seven of Swords, been a lot of sneaky and getting away, self-interest, cheating, lying, mask. Why is this? Your hope here. And I'm looking here when it comes to the raid. The hope from this raid is that they aren't that. So when it comes to the bank itself, I think that's what I'm picking up on here. Yeah. So the bank itself is feeling like, oh shit, okay, we got caught. But it's not, they're like, but they haven't caught us completely. Why? Because we've been very sneaky. Why is this? Because some people are not following things to a T. They are not dotting their I's and crossing their T's. Because from material influence, it's time for, we're going to, this is unfair victimization, cancel culture, getting away with shit. Seven of Swords and the Justice card reverse. This is the bank feeling like, okay, fine, you caught us, our hands are up, but it's like, what you gonna find? What you gonna do? You guys aren't gonna be smart enough to do this. Because their hope is the Five of Swords. They want to create, they want to win at all costs, and they don't care who they have to hurt to get there. They're like, oh, we'll give you this offer, and then it's like, stab you in the back. Because the unseen obstacle. Time for actions. This is, the bank sat on their hands too long. They sat on stuff that they should have got. They're gonna, this is just interesting because I'm trying to figure out whose energy this is, and I'm getting really, and it's getting really difficult being like, is this the bank's energy or is this the authorities' energy? And it's really interesting because they're almost, it's like they're not even piggybacking off of each other, but they're making it very vague to like almost kind of throw me off. This is interesting. Because the negative influence here is there's an aha moment. It's surrendering. It's like, we caught you. We caught you. Because what's going for this whole situation? Restlessness, foolishness, impulsiveness. Because here in the past, again, it's a disaster avoided, near miss, resisting change, stalling. And here in the future, old money going down. Contracts, inheritance, family feuds, Ten of Coins reverse. The love of money. Financial gains and losses at the bottom. This is like our hopes, dreams, wishes, and desires coming to fruition. What's going on? Who is this? The bank's energy, them getting raided. Their hope was to get away with, is like to delay, deny. Them getting raided, doesn't feel like it was part of the plan. It was getting raided part of the plan? Well, that's a F no. So, but the question here is, did the authorities actually get the jump on them enough where it's going to matter? Oh, again, it's gonna be, oh, you have to dot your I's and cross your T's so carefully right now because the bank is feeling very sneaky, very shisty. Man. And they feel like they can get themselves out of it. The bank does. Whether or not that's true, I don't think so, because the Eight of Coins reverse being like, this is inconsistencies, boring, complacent, repetitive, not delivering. I don't think the bank is going to be happy with how this goes because they're inconsistent in like applying something. Why is this? Because there's also mental anguish. There is nightmares, worry, insomnia. They are not going to get away with this. That's a big fat no. Okay. Ooh. Oh yeah, freedom for life. I forgot about that. And Mickle. Yes. Yeah, wealth management. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah. Yeah, technocrats are trying to bring in the new NWO. Maybe they are. I mean, we can take a look at that. Do you guys want me to take a look into it? We can. Let's take a look into this. Because I've been seeing for a while, too, that they want to get rid of physical currency. I think I said this over a year ago already. I'm like, oh, I think it was at one point in time, they're like, we want to get rid of the US dollar. And I'm like, yeah, you do. Like, and I kept seeing they want to get rid of all physical currency. And I'm like, well, is this going to be successful, right? Is it going to be successful? Are we really headed towards... are they really trying to collapse our banking system so we can have essentially digital, everything's digital? Like, is that kind of going on right now? Page of Swords. Well, if that's what they're trying to do, it's not going to work as fast as they want it to. Okay, so the thing that I'm getting here is, are we headed towards a digital society, digital currency? There's definitely a group of people that are wanting that. However, they are being thwarted at every turn. There's a conspiracy theory that I saw, and you know how conspiracy theories are working nowadays, right? So take everything with a grain of salt. However you want to take that. And that is that there is the old system of like money and wealth and having all of that, right? And then there's like apparently like these Silicon Valley types who are like, yeah, we just want to have control over everything and have it all be digital. Also, if I don't know if you've heard about what's going on in China and their new banking system, where legitimately how China's banking or finances are right now is that when you're a young person, if you don't have money, like there are certain parts of town that you're like fully restricted from because you don't have funds, you don't have money, you don't have funds or money, because everything is tied to your digital ID card and banking. And so that's already happening in China. Apparently it's not doing well for the mental health of the youth or the people there. Yes. And so seeing here, I don't see it actually happening. There's too many cooks in the kitchen with a Three of Cups reverse. This is under the influence, third parties, love triangles, someone else's influence. Because again, it does feel like there's three different groups. And I think I just did a reading on this too, where I'm like, yeah, it feels like there's three different groups of the world right now who are trying to like take over the currency. And this is kind of like giving me that same vibe where everyone's kind of fighting each other. And looking here from the material influences, the world reversed. Seeking closure, disappearance, taking shortcuts, lack of completion, stagnation, delays. This isn't going to happen. At least not on the global scale that some people would like. There's going to be certain regions that definitely do have it occur. They're already there. However, this global... The other thing I got from this is, you know how we have a massive energy crisis right now that's kind of like developing with a bunch of oil fields being targeted? That oil field targeting it is very, very, very direct. There's a reason for that. People want energy to have to go to somewhere else or to different locations. And if they can't support it, they can't support it, right? and the digital currency or the digital financing of it cannot be supported due to, it feels like, the energy needs for it. So we have to reduce the energy needs, and it's gonna shake things up. Because the hopes here is they want everyone on board. There is a group here that wants everyone on board. There's two groups of people that want it that way. They want it to head that direction. They want everyone happy and arm in arm about it. However, the unseen obstacle, nope, there's lack of support for it around the world. Four of Wands reversed. The lack of support. The infrastructure isn't there. People aren't going to want to do it. Also, with the banking systems kind of going kablooey, allegedly conspiracy, whatever, it's just not gonna happen because the negative influence. People are going to start walking away. Eight of Cups, being forced to walk away, lack of direction, faking happiness, staying for the wrong reasons. Everything's in limbo. What's going for the situation? We're gonna have to readjust and redo things. I see actually more bartering actually coming back, more so than a digital financial currency. Because here in the past, we were unclear, illusions, thoughts, not sure, wild imaginations, and here in the future, stop, don't do it, clear warning, consider your options, don't do it, don't do it. Attention, red flags are everywhere in the future. Do I see it occurring in some regions that are kind of already taken over? Yeah, but I don't see it completely all over the world. This isn't going to be whatever they're trying to accomplish. Feels like two parties are doing it. The third one is kind of coming in and ramming everything apart. There's, again, too many cooks in the kitchen who want control or power. Again, Rothschilds, allegedly. Old order's got to go out so new one can be installed, but there's another group here that's like, we see what you're doing, this new group. Yeah, we aren't down with that because we don't want you in control either. So they got to go too. And everyone's kind of, it's like, everyone's taking each other out. It's really interesting. Oh, yeah. Oh. Hey, Cats for Ellison, welcome. Yeah, congrats on getting the membership. Yes, we can manifest a good world. Oh yeah, they're trying to do that in the UK too. I forgot about that, Jenna. Yeah. Oh yeah, free energy. Oh, don't get me started. If for those who have membership and have access to the members only my aliens reading, like y'all, that was a wild trip. I won't give away too much there, but let me tell you, the aliens allegedly, they look at us and be like, y'all made the checkpoint and now you got to do what you're gonna do with that checkpoint. So it's very interesting. This is aligned with human design and cross of the sleeping phoenix and an astrology age of Aquarius. I don't follow human design, Cats for Nelson, but that would be super interesting. I haven't read up on it, but sounds interesting. Oh yeah, and everyone get your tinfoil hats out. Yeah, you need a hazmat suit at this point. Yes. So, okay, and Mickle, are big banks and elite financial interests really pulling the strings in world events? Yeah, let's take a look. Also, again, also, if you guys want to leave other questions, just check out the poll. I just posted it in chat again. Questions that you might want answered. We're kind of just going with ones here in chat, and then we'll head over to the Q&A session over there. So let's take a look. See, are big banks / elite financial interests really pulling strings in the world? Let's take a look. I mean, let's take a look. Well, prepare for change, y'all, because we're going to be walking away from that. I would say yes. Yes, they have been, but we are not going. We are kind of taking a step back from that. A few months. So having this be the autumnal equinox, we just hit the vernal equinox, aka the spring equinox. So now I would say by summer, the summer equinox, that's kind of what this feels like. It's like we're preparing for change. Like this spring is going to spring us forward. You might get a spring in your step with things that are going to be coming in. Boom, 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 boom. There's a lot of shit coming down this way. And there's gonna be a lot of stuff that's gonna try and bring you down, try to get you scared. I don't need us to be scared. What I need us to be is just like, what you gonna do, bro? Like, uh-huh. Why is this? Because we're walking away from these old places. We're walking away from these old institutions. Because from material influence, we're at the brink of collapse. We're at the brink. We're at our end. We can't handle this anymore. We can't fund this anymore. There's intangible assets out there that are just like poof, gone. What? There's no, it doesn't make any sense, because the hopes here is it's time somebody wants to be reckless. They want to be the fool reversed. Only fools rush in. There's going, again, holding back, recklessness, lack of faith, foolishness, impulsiveness. Somebody gonna try and do it? Yeah. Are they gonna be able to do it anymore? No, but they're gonna try and do something different. The unseen obstacle, those the Five of Wands. People want peace, people want harmony, and no one's gonna keep funding whatever is going on. Also, I keep getting brought this example of before things moved this morning or opened this morning on the stock market, there's one individual, don't know who it is, but made $150 million. Maybe it wasn't this morning, maybe it was Monday. $150 million off of the White House announcement that they were going to be halting the Iran war that morning, right after polls opened. Or not polls, but the stock market opened. Someone made $150 million. You can't tell me that you aren't, that the SEC is not going to be taking a look into that. How do you have insider trading knowledge? That is blatantly like that is so bad. Like, come on now. And that's gonna be halted for 5 days? Yeah, sure. Come on now. This is insane. Again, the unseen obstacle. They're just not gonna be able to do it anymore. Because people want peace, and because the negative influence here is people are going to be celebrating unions, communities, united lover returns, homecomings, parties, celebrations, weddings. There's going to be more credit unions. There's going to be more, instead of these big banks, I feel like we're going to get scattered to the wind. If you have local community banks or credit unions, like those are going to kind of, I feel like, take more precedence. And that's where a lot more money is going to be funneled to, rather than these big US Bank, Citibank, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan. A lot of those are going to be kind of like, and we're going to be going back to a more local community based way of being, and where money is going to be used. Because what's going forward? Lack of direction, the Chariot reversed, aka they're going to be going, hit a wall, bang, and then they're going to be kind of like left scattered everywhere. The best example I can get is like the Pony Express, and like they're going, and then all of a sudden, like they hit a rock, and then there goes the carriage, there goes the horse, there goes the rider, there goes the protectors, and everything's just scattered to the wind, and everyone's going in different directions. It's like nothing's a cohesive unit anymore. Because in the past, Page of Wands, you were saying one thing, you were doing another. You have to redirect, and here in the future, we're heading to a new way of doing things. Page of Cups. Youthful, idealistic, more... These institutions cannot control the world anymore. We're headed to a much younger... There's definitely a more youthful, like, way of looking at the financial system. Is the best way I can put it. It's like we're almost starting from the ground up. Is what I'm seeing and what I'm feeling. Yes. And it feels like if you have a lot of your money in your community banks, it feels like that's going to serve you a lot better. Not serve you a lot better, but it feels like your money will be better insulated. Am I saying it's going to be perfect? No. But I am saying that it does feel like that's going to be a better, your money is going to be better insulated, rather than say, or even like your BMOs of the world. We're decentralizing the banking system is almost what it feels like. So, okay. I'm just going into, okay. So now I'm going to go into some of the questions that you all have been sending in. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys are liking. I hope you guys are liking the Q&A little Q thing, which has got like the anonymous stuff. Again, you don't need to make an account or anything. It's all anonymous stuff. So if you guys like that, let me know. I would love your feedback on it. So what we're gonna take a look into next is I'm just gonna take a few questions. Do 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 do. So we're gonna take a look into like how many famous celebrities really are there on the Epstein like list. Like, and again, I'm gonna say like the celebrities. So when I say celebrities, what I mean are like entertainers. Uh entertainers. Oh yeah. So Cats for Nelson, how do I get that? It's free. I just looked it up online. It says askq.com. Yeah, that's what I did. It's a free program. So yeah, just check it out if you would like. So we'll take a look at the celebrities. Again, you guys can go in there and vote for your favorite questions that you guys want me to look into. Like if there's one that you're like, I agree with that, I want to take a look into that, upvote it. So yeah. So let's take a look. How many celebrities are really on this list? And when I mean celebrities, I mean entertainers, influencers. Like how many are really on there? Like how bad is this? It bad, y'all. It real bad. They are both halves. They are two halves to one whole entity. Oh, this is so bad. There's a lot. There's a lot of people, y'all. Like it's two halves to whole entity. Why is this? Because everyone's coming and going. Everyone's fighting. Everyone's wanting a piece of the action. Y'all, this is real bad. There's a lot. Again, it's two halves to one whole entity. If you're looking at celebrities, entertainers, influencers, they're one half to the whole entity. Diddy is like not even that big in this. Like, y'all, this is bad. It's from material influence. Pay attention, dependence, feminine power, the Empress, insecure, blocked creativity, negligence. But I also get this is like we use when it comes to celebs and like how many are really on the Epstein list. What it feels like more are celebs are a product, are a byproduct or a product of the JE files or the JE programs that were being developed, whether this is through allegedly eugenics or cloning or propaganda. Like this was all a part of, like they are an instrumental part into this. And the best way I can describe this is through something called The Old Guard. If you don't know what it is, it's a movie that was done on Netflix, based off of Ripka. Ripka is the author's name, I believe. And there is this group of mercenaries essentially that are immortal throughout the entirety of history, where the best way I can describe it is that there's one character. She's like 2,000 years old. She's immortal. But whenever they get involved in something, like say an example is like, oh, they were involved in like World War II. Like they've been around. But like you can go back. So you see them in World War II. They were doing whatever work that they were doing. And then like two generations or like a generation later, like whatever they were doing, like humanity has like this person, because this group of mercenaries saved this person's grandfather, this person was born and created like the cure to cancer. And like that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting here, where it's maybe not that way, but it's like when it comes to where are celebrities in it, they are a group of people through, I believe, eugenics that are kind of just copy and pasted throughout history of whatever like network this is that's long predated Jeffrey, that have been used for programs, for entertainment, for influencing, for kind of like shifting where things are what's supposed to be said. Where are we taking culture? How are we integrating people? How are we confusing people? How are we manipulating people? That's kind of what I'm seeing, because the hopes here, it's like Ace of Swords reversed. How deep are there's a lot of people's names who have been blocked off the list or who have been taken off, because that would just be too much. Also, like, for some reason, now I don't know if her name was really in there or not, but Miss Taylor Swift, it feels like her name has been redacted because it would be too much for her name to be in there. Also, I get that her family, through her father, but it comes from his mother's line, has been involved in the influencing of people for a very long time, is what I'm getting. Because I don't know about Mr. Swift. Does he have a sister? If not, it's like he took on the mother. It's really weird because it feels like there's a matronly, there's something with like her mate, like the matron line, but it's her dad is like the one that it skipped, because like her dad is like the connection to that matronly line. It's weird. And like that's been around for a while. That's what I get. I don't know. As the unseen obstacle, again, look to the past to see the future. That's the unseen obstacle. Look to the past. Why do celebrities always look alike? Why do people from the 50s look like people today? Why do we keep having the same copy-paste person? There's a negative influence. It's time, mental strength, 8 of Swords reversed. Release your limiting beliefs. It's right in front of your guys' face. They've been there, and it's very, very, very bad. This is what's going for this situation. You got to keep the money at the top. There's money all over the place. Because here in the past, inadequacy, self-doubt, strength reverse. This is like your ego and your pride getting in the way. And here in the future, sarcastic, King of Swords, authoritarian, lacks integrity, drunk on power, loose cannon. Our celebrities, we're going to learn about it because someone's going to start spilling the deets. Someone's going to start spilling spilling everything. Someone's sick and tired of it. Or it's very much like, if I'm going down, everyone's going down with me. Because at the bottom of the deck, yeah, it's my way or the highway, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, saying. They're all there, y'all. They're all there. They're all there. It's one half to the whole entity. There's politicals, there's politicians, and the billionaires and the elites, and then there's the entertainers and the influencers. They work hand in hand. Refresh the page here. So there was that one. So the next thing I'm going to take a look at here too, in the here that I'm actually really curious with, and I'll answer some silly things too. One, do I have cats? I do not, but I love cats. Like, I love cats. I love animals. They're adorable. I'm going to take a look at, and this is kind of just a personal thing. If this is a collapse, why do so many powerful people remain untouched? So we're going to take a look into that question because, man, I got the same question. Like, how are you MFers out here still walking around? And why am I seeing Ghislaine Maxwell, allegedly conspiracy whatever, not behind bars, and she's just living her life while a proxy's sitting there for her? Like, I got so many dang questions. Like, why are these MFers not buying bars? Y'all know exactly where they should be. And I don't care if they're behind bars. You know what? Instead of being behind bars, maybe they just need to Be at the bottom of a ditch. I don't know. Or a hole. I don't know. 6 feet under. I don't know. You guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they should just go into their bunkers and just go get their freak on in their bunkers, okay? Like, just don't be here. Stop messing with our shit. But this is a collapse. Why do so many powerful people remain untouched? From the JE files coming out. Money. People have made plea deals. People have made offers. It's all about plea deals and money and offers and contracts and things on the table. Why is this? Because the Five of Swords, the best way I can describe it is that there are really big players and then there are minor players. And the minor players are throwing everyone underneath the bus to save their own hide and skin. And it feels like what people are really trying to get at are these really top of the top people. They're not top of the top people, but they're trying to find the worst of the worst. And there's some really ugly bad stuff, but then there's some people who are like horrendous. There's some people who are like dark gray, and then there are people who are just like pitch black in like their energy of like, is that bad? Because from a material influence as well, there's too many inconsistencies with the stories. Also, paperwork seems to have been misfiled. The hopes, though, they're all about to get exposed. So the best way I can describe this is that where justice comes in, justice will not always be we're putting you in a courtroom. Some justice is going to be because of how big the scope is and how many people are involved. I would say is the best way to put it, because of the amount of people involved. If you got rid of everyone, like if you put every single person who was involved behind bars who did this, there would be 10% of the workforce and 10% of the industries would be left. 90% would be gone. There would cease to be an entertainment industry. There would cease to be the political machine. If you put everybody who was involved behind bars, we are talking in like around the globe, hundreds of thousands of people. This is bad. When I mean it's this involved, it's everybody. And I'm talking to the people who are like the people who have let shit slide, the people who have actually done the deeds. You're talking about the people who are moving individuals. Like we're talking about everything. We're talking in the hundreds of thousands of people globally just gone. And this is like, I'm saying the entire, like the Hollywood industrial complex, the political machines, Bollywood, cartels, governments, royal families, I would say even some like major sports figures, like gone. Just everything is gone. Yeah. And it's like even all the grunt workers. Yeah. It would be so bad. Everyone would be gone. Because the unseen obstacle, again, they're trying to make sure that the entirety of society doesn't collapse. Because these aren't just movers and shakers. These are decision makers. These are thought leaders. These are CEOs. These are the people at the top who know the people who have money to keep things funneling and funding around. Like, if the reason why they haven't gone after people is because if you start with one, everybody goes with. Everything is so integrated and woven together that you don't even know where to start. Because again, the negative influence here, the Six of Pentacles reverse. This is unequal exchange. This is also like broken contracts, broken deals. What's going for this situation? They're just trying to maintain harmony and balance. There's going to be some people who are not going to face legal consequences. It is all going to have to come down to the public. The public. Also, another negative influence here too. We're trying to make sure that the mobs don't start. Because I'm gonna say this too. If everyone started to like go down, this is going to be a people's revolt. The Crusades are going to look like nothing compared to what would occur if everything started coming out. Because again, here in the past, you got with your hand caught in the cookie jar, and now here in the future, let me tell you, do I see legal justice? For some people, 100%. For others, no. But let me tell you, those people who aren't getting the legal justice, they are on a hit list. These are bingo boards, or not bingo boards, but these are like death pools or boards. I saw this, I think, in my Bill Gates reading. There will be hits put on certain people. You think you're going to want legal justice versus living in fear that there's going to be a mercenary group coming after your ass. This is going to be pretty damn bad, to be 100% honest. Also, these billionaires or these millionaires or these people who are like, we got our underground bunkers. I will say that there will be, I would say 90% of these people who have underground bunkers, they're going to have security details that will flip on them. And they will just be done. Kaboosh, no more, because of how bad this is. I'm seeing that's a pretty high number too. So even if we don't see it in front of us on the telly, we're going to still, it's going to happen. These people aren't going to escape justice. And they aren't going to be able to walk down the streets. Yeah, this is going to be bad. It's bad. The reason why we haven't seen it, it's because it's so integrated and it's so interwoven. It's the best way I can put it too is there's one in almost every community. When I mean hundreds of thousands of people globally, I truly do mean it. Okay. Oh, goodness. Well, someone did ask, yeah. If Miss T Swift is on the list, how will her fans react? Well, I don't think her name will ever be put on that list. Because one, she paid a lot of money to make sure it never did, or she got everything taken out of it. But more importantly, I think it's for national security. We really can't tell you, because if we did, this would break people. But that might be coming. I'm not sure. I'm gonna leave that question here for a bit, and what I'm gonna actually get into is Mr. Larry Ellison, because I am very curious about this man. Mr. Larry Ellison, and he does deleted he's an 81-year-old owner of Oracle. Oracle's like the one who does a lot of the computer stuff and software and everything. The man's massively, hugely rich, and I want to take a look at he just deleted his X account, his Twitter account, and everyone's wondering why. Also, this is the man that owns almost all major Western media: Fox, Disney, ABC, NBC. This is the guy that was doing Time Warner, the Warner Brothers, Paramount. Essentially, this is the guy who owns all U.S., the Western U.S. media and entertainment industry. And I want to take a look at what the heck. He went just poof in the middle of the day. No more X account, no more stuff. What's going on with Mr. Larry Ellison? How's he feeling right now? Like, is he okay? Like, why did he delete all of his stuff? Oh, he's hiding. He's hiding. They're coming for him next. He's also now the owner of TikTok, if you didn't know. They're coming for him. He's hiding from the popo. He's hiding his tweets. He's hiding his accounts. He's trying to make sure that there's no way to track his ass. Why is this? Because, sir, he's on the run, I feel like. Or trying to leave, or trying to manipulate a situation or gaslight certain people, places, and or situations into believing one thing when in reality it's a different. Because from material influence, he's like, I don't want to start him. Leave my name out of your guys' mouth. Let's just not talk about me. Let's just not do this. Like, everyone put me underground. You're also going to see people have like his name get wiped. You're going to see videos probably with him get taken down. You're going to be seeing his image get taken down. The people are going to try and scrub him from the internet so people can't find anything about him. That's material influence. Because his hope is, I'm going to get away. I'm going to get away. Unseen obstacle though. A hanged man. He's stuck. This man is stuck he is stuck underground. He is stuck where he's at. He's not listening up to his higher intuitive self. He is not taking accountability for his actions because the negative influence here is like, bro, you wrote the playbook. What's going for him? Yeah, you got a lot of freaking money. That's the only thing that's going for him. Yeah, your money can help you, but how far is it going to get you? Because here in the past, yeah, you didn't want your shit on blast. But here in the future, 10 of Cups, you were all a part of the whole gang, man. You were there. You were a part of it. I hope you enjoy what's going on. 10 of Cups. I also feel like he is fleeing the country or wherever he's at so he can go into some remote place and just live out his glory days. I mean, he's 81. He's trying to live everything out and be happy and healthy and just not have to take accountability for his actions. But also, it's time for him to go bye-bye. Death, endings, burial, ritual, ceremony with 10 of Cups. Yeah, it's time for him to go bye-bye because at the bottom of the deck, it's authority, police are coming for him. Is also at the bottom. He's stuck materially. He doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know what to do. I don't know if people are trying to seize his assets. Also, with the Rothschild bank being essentially taken down, it feels like a good majority of his assets has been taken away or frozen, or he does not have access to them anymore. I would say not his liquid assets, but his tangible like assets like money, gold, jewels, stuff like that have been halted. He cannot get them out. He does not have access to them. And his liquid assets, the perceived assets that he does have, he is not flush with cash right now. If you would like access to his money, I would say he might have access to 20 to 30% of his money right now that he can actually access and take out and like use for different things, which is a great amount of money comparative to the rest of us. But it's not enough to have him get away scot-free, if that means anything. So yeah, that's what's going on with Mr. Lyria. Let's see. That's why he went poof, bye-bye. Interesting. With him going poof, bye-bye, are we going to see a change in TikTok algorithm? Are we going to go back to the TikTok algorithm? Are we going to go back? Like what's going on here? Like Mr. Ellison group. Now that he's just gone MIA, go poof into the night, is he actually going to be like, what does that mean for the US media? Like, do we got any, like, is there any, like, what does that mean for US media now that he's gone? Queen of Swords. Things are going to be even more censored. Censored and hidden. So with him going poof, it feels like there's going to be even a tighter crackdown on information out there. Why is this? The Queen of Swords reverse. We're going to try and put out false flags. We're going to try and put stuff out there to get people kind of riled up, bitchy, saying one thing so they don't focus over here. Why is this? Because the Ace of Cups reverse. We want people mad. We want people angry. We want people emotionally depleted. Because from material influence, we want everyone looking every other way other than sideways. Or or I should say, we want everybody looking somewhere other than forward or in what's right in front of them. This is going to be a media frenzy. Expect everything to kind of get really hard, especially on algorithms, TikTok algorithms, Facebook algorithms, news media sites. There is going to be an influx of news stories around Western media, I would say, that are going to be, you're not going to know what's right, what's wrong, what to trust, what not. There's going to be a lot of misrepresentation of the media as well, where we are not going to be getting the full story, at least from outlets that are controlled by his group now that he's gone poof. Because the hopes here, again, it's death card. It's, they want to end something. Also, with media right now, someone is trying to gather all the media up, extract its worth, extract its data, and then throw it away. Or they're trying to gather energy from the masses to feed them and to sustain them in the future with whatever rituals. The unseen obstacle, though, there is a different platform, or there's a different platform or a creator or somebody out there who's going to start rallying the troops that are going to start spewing all this stuff. That's going to be spewing the truth, that is going to be putting themselves out there that people are going to follow. And the media can try and suppress them, but it's not going to work because the negative influence here, the Two of Cups. No one trusts the legacy media anymore. No one trusts these groups. Everyone's like, nope, I'm divorcing you. I'm done. Goodbye. La la la. Because what's going for this situation? The Three of Wands. People are rethinking everything. Also, I see a massive disconnect from media. Whatever response that they are trying to get, it's not going to work. People are tired. They are done. They are not going to be rising to the bait. They're just going to be like, hey, we're seeing what's kind of going on right in front of us, and you're kind of being stupid. Like, why are you trying to do all this other stuff? Sorry, the blinders have been put on spiritually. The blinders have been put on, and we are only seeing the facts. This other distracting stuff is gone. It's here in the past, yeah. Someone was greedy, someone was selfish, someone wanted to have everything and be a dictator, and here in the future, well, now it's time for us to reevaluate everything that's been going on. What's going on with US media, or I should say Western media, that the Ellison group is going to do here in the future. It feels like a lot of them are going to go dark, belly up, belly under, and we're going back to, I'm going to be hoping that we're going back to real journalism, because what's done in the dark must come to the light. And old publications, old news media sites, it's time for stuff to be better, because you can't, the illusions are gone, the masks are gone, and we have to see what's really in reality. Kind of what I'm seeing here. All right, any other question? I'm gonna put the link in chat again. Any other questions that you guys have? Again, if you guys want to put in some questions, feel free. Oh yeah, we can take a look into, let's take a look into the UK government, right? Yeah. Let's take a look into the UK government. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave the UK government just for here for a bit. What I'm going to actually take a look into first is there equal transparency across all countries connected to the Epstein network, or are some areas less investigated? So how I'm taking this question, and again, if I take it wrong, I'm sorry. How I'm taking this is, sorry about that. Are there areas in the world, not in the world, but are there like specific people who are being protected from being looked into in terms of the Epstein network? And then I think I'm going to take a look into the transparency levels. So I'm trying to figure out, I was like, is there equal transparency across all countries connected to the Epstein network? Are some areas less investigated? So Like, are there some countries that are less investigated with their involvement with the network? Oh, that's a 100% certain yes. There are definitely some countries who are involved that are just not having, that are like, you are not on our to-do list right now. Again, like I was saying before, there's a lot of people, like, this is global, and globally there's hundreds of thousands of people involved. This is, in some areas are going to get hit harder than others, potentially. Man. But this could cause, like, you know how it took Archduke Ferdinand II getting assassinated in for World War I to occur? Like, it feels like that. And like for World War II, no one was doing a damn thing until the Rothschild got arrested. And that's why World War II happened, and everyone kind of been like, we gotta go and do something against Germany now, because they arrested a Rothschild. And that's when everyone got involved, right? Well, that's kind of what it's feeling like a little bit here, where it feels like we're just kind of waiting for you just kind of make the wrong move, arrest the wrong person, and then it's all hell breaks loose, right? Let's take a look. Um, are some areas being less investigated, and why? Yeah, because of money and because of documentation. There's just stronger documentation. Also, there's a lot more fight from certain governments and extradition treaties, it feels like. And they're hoping that this is going to, the big thing here is that there's going to be a release, it feels like, a giant bush release of files that names are going to be a part of, and then it's going to be up to the populations of these countries, of these nations, that are being like, enough is enough, we'll take them down ourselves. That's kind of what it's feeling like here. Y'all, don't ask me what's going on in the States. It's a mess. But that's what this is kind of feeling like. Some people, the documentation is there, but there's no one central figurehead or one central like country that's gonna be like, everybody, like, we're taking everybody down. It's really gonna be like, okay, we got to release everything, and then now it's up to the countries or nations themselves to deal with their own people. Because the unseen obstacle, though, is there's still so much shit that's being hidden, especially in terms of the files being fully redacted, being released fully redacted. And this is one thing, and I hate saying this, but I know that I've been talking with like older generations who are like, how do we convince people that this shit is real? Because there's a lot of people who just don't believe it, right? They're like, we just don't know what to believe anymore. Everything's been this way or that way, or da da da. And the best thing I ever heard was, and I asked straight up, what would it take for you to believe? And they're like, consequences. Consequences. Someone was arrested. Someone was convicted. That's what this would take. And that's what I'm kind of seeing here, is that there's a lot of stuff that's being hidden, that we can't get anybody convicted here because of negative influence. There's too much spell work. There's too much mixing and matching of shit. Also, some people are putting in more, some people are putting in less, and they're taking a balanced approach to this. What's going for the situation, though? Also, people are hiding. There's a lot of people who are hiding, who won't be going up for re-election, because in the past a lot of people have walked away from certain people, places, and their things, and here in the future there's the Page of Cups reversed, there's my kids card, there's more stuff to be brought out, but also the naivety of people is going to be the downfall of many. There's just so much fighting and extradition and other things going on. And then here at the bottom of the deck as well, the Wheel of Fortune, bad luck, bad opportunity. There's too many people running scared right now as well. In terms of like transparency and are things going to go well, there's just too many deals being made and extradition treaties, and yeah. Also, again, there's documentation. There's so many people running scared. There's not a lot of places to run anymore. I do see in the southwest, no, not southwest, southeast quadrant of Africa, there's a certain location down there. I forget what the long skinny country is. If we go like here and then it's like down, it's like a longer skinny country. I forget if it's Zimbabwe. I'm sorry if I'm not looking, if that's not right. Just let me look really quick. But there's one country there that that I'm being shown that is kind of becoming like a safe haven, or they're trying to have it become a safe haven. I just want to look this up. Actually, it's Malawi. Sorry. I think that's the one that they're trying to. It's either Malawi or Mozambique, somewhere in that region, that is trying to become like a safe haven for some of these people. And I do not believe that is going to go well for them. But they are trying to, and those are the two areas that I am, like, again, it's Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, kind of in that little region, in that cluster, that I'm kind of feeling that people are trying to run to, but I do allegedly, and trying to become a safe haven for some billionaires or other people in the world to kind of be like, let's go hide out here. Or I might just be picking up on just certain ones. But that's kind of what I'm getting here. Okay. So okay. Again, thank you everyone for putting stuff in the questions here. So next we have, which revelations will shock the world next? And I think we might do that, and then we'll see how we feel there. The UN headquarters is moving to Africa? I didn't know that. Oh, let's take a look. That's why we got the internet, right? UN headquarters to Africa? Yeah, it's heading to Nairobi, Kenya. Head into Kenya. If you're looking at where Kenya is comparative to where I was saying, y'all, you can't make this stuff up. I didn't know that. Y'all, you know what I was saying? I'm like, Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. Like, look where Kenya is. The southwest corner. Like, that's the south central west corner of Africa. Yeah, west, no, east. God bless it. Not west, just east. Gosh darn it all, I can't remember things. But yeah, look where Kenya is. So this is where this is like, and this is where I was thinking things were kind of being, like, down in this area, but like that's not that far. Okay. That's what I got. Interesting. And yes, it was moving. I don't make this shit up, y'all. I don't know. I just look at maps. What I got? All I got. Okay, so let's take a look. What are the revelations that will shock the world next? What are the revelations that'll shock the world next? Let's take a look. Oh boy, what kind of party are we getting into? I don't like it. Index files with boughs of holly. I don't like this. I don't like this. Why am I singing Christmas songs? It's gonna be like Christmas morning. I don't know. Let's take a look. What's this next big shocking revel? What are the next big shocking revelations? Yup. I'm gonna grab clarifiers before I say jack shit. Because this is what this actually feels like to me. The next big revelation is we're learning something. Someone's getting caught with their pants down, and this feels someone's getting caught about children with children. Something's happening with children. They're getting caught. They got caught with their hands in the cookie jar. They're caught with their pants down. Why? This is a gift from somebody. This is a with this King of Cups. I automatically thought of something going on in England. This could be England. This could be. Why does this feel like King Charles or Prince Andrew or something along those lines? And it has to be like surprise about your person. And whenever I've pulled the King of Cups in terms of like, so it has to be one of two people. It either has to be there's somebody in England, or there is somebody in the Hollywood entertainment industry. It is one of those two people. This could also be there's a mogul in English, UK entertainment industry that's going to get exposed. It's got to be one of those. It's got to be one of those three. And my King of Cups has always been my England one. It's been in almost all of my Liam Payne readings. Like, there was always a King of Cups, a King of Cups, a King of Cups, who was always seeming to be like the kingpin of some sort of entertainment, Hollywood, bigwig sort of shtick going on over in England. And I forget his name, but who was the producer who was the one in... God, I forgot his name. Elton John, his movie, the producer that he slept with, or that he was intimate with. What was the guy's name? I can't remember off the top of my head, but it feels like that might be one of the guys who was like a big entertainment, big wig, back in the day. And it's like, we're learning about stuff with children. We're learning about, this is nasty. It's from... Are we learning that maybe the royal family or something is like half of it is aliens? Like, I don't know. Or someone's got a different daddy than who they really say their daddy is. Oh, God. Because the hopes here is that, hey, people were just hooking up. Life journey, cycle of renewal, passage of time. It's like, we knew this was coming down the river. It just happened to happen. The unseen obstacle is that feels like either someone might be getting divorced or someone had a very different type of relationship. The unseen obstacle. We've been trying to ward this off. We don't want the world to know about this. We've been trying to, like, it's like, don't let the world know. Don't let the world know. However, is so weird. It feels like there might be 2 or 3 different things going on here. No. Is Princess Diana's like ghost gonna come back and haunt this stuff from the grave? Because if I'm not mistaken, there's been some stuff in the Epstein files that have been kind of like alluding to Princess Diana was taken out because she was going to expose the Epstein network and what they were doing to kids. Because here in the past, yeah, we took somebody out. Mortality, ending, spiritual transformation, divine wisdom. And then here in the future, because with the Knight of Wands reverse is like party hard like a rock star. And here in the future, someone's going to let go of all the secrets that they have. And this all has to do with memories, documentation. There's videos coming out that we're going to be seeing, and it has to all do with kids. Has to all do with kids. Yeah. Surprise, surprise, MFer, we're here. And there's a relationship. The hopes here is we're gonna have a relation. Yeah. 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 Yep. This is coming out next. And it feels like it's going to be England. Will be the next big boom of stuff. Again, I could be wrong. Maybe it's stuff to do with Diddy. Maybe it's not. But the King of Cups, whenever I've felt it, it always has been something to do in the UK. That's kind of just been that card. The UK has always been my King of Cups. When it's the US, it's always been more of the, it depends who you're talking about in the US, but a lot of the times it's always been an Empress. That's who I get in the US kind of rules things. The UK is a King of Cups. Yeah, right? There's like some weird stuff. So again, I could be wrong. I might be getting the wrong region. I could be getting the wrong stuff. But that's kind of just like off of my historical knowledge of what I've been doing for a while. So that's kind of the revelations that I've been seeing. Hmm. Okay. And since, well, now that we're in England, right? We might as well look into, will the UK government and the royal family kind of go down if the files are completely and fully unredacted? I mean, I want to let y'all know another interesting little tidbit of information. Allegedly, since the war with Iran has started, over 40,000 pages from the Epstein files that had DT, number 45, 47, Donnie Boy, have been removed since that has started. Over 40,000 pages with his name on it have been removed. I don't know. That's looking kind of guilty there, sir. Allegedly. Black Hawk helicopters, things, people, don't come after me. I don't know jack shit. I'm just relaying information. I'm just relaying statistics. So, let's take a look. Will the files that have been, if they are completely unredacted, bring down the UK government and or royal family? Yep. They're going to be hiding from the popo. Because they're stuck. They can't move. They can't go left. They can't go right. They can't move forward. They're stuck. They can't do jack diddly squat. Also, oh boy, that's not gonna be good. Because from material influence, they backstabbed and they betrayed a lot of people. Yeah, they're done. They fully unredacted. They done. Also, with all of the, I'm going to say this, with all of the immigration that has happened in the UK, it feels like that has been done strategically to have the UK focused on immigration more so than the files and the corruption in their own government. So it's like, we'd rather have you fight against these people rather have you fight against immigrants rather than you fight against us. And they are trying to make it into essentially they're trying to make it into a race war when there is no race war. They got to blame somebody, or they got to try and put the blame onto somebody. Because the hopes here is we're going to keep everything under lock and key. Or Pentacles. I shouldn't say the hope. The fear. They're going to go on. They're going to have to hide. The file is being. The hopes of the people is everything comes out. The vaults are opening up because the unseen obstacle is there's people who are going to be trying to flee. They're trying to figure out the next direction. The negative influence here too is the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of legal red tape. I don't believe you're going to see anybody go to jail for things, but there's going to be massive protests. I see there will be politicians who cannot be seen outside because what's going for the people and everybody is you got to take accountability for your actions. You cannot get around this. You cannot go over it. You cannot go around it. You cannot go under it. You have to go through it. It is time. You cannot ignore the consequences to your actions anymore. Because here in the past, Knight of Swords, y'all fought, y'all went this way, y'all went that way, and here in the future, it's Judgment Day. And at the bottom of everything, Ace of Cups. There is a hatred for the government. There is going to be a hatred for the royal family. And their Judgment Day is coming. Again, there will be politicians. There will be individuals where it is not safe in the UK for them to go outside. Or even in their homes. They will probably have to flee the country. It is that bad. It is Judgment Day for a lot of them. Yeah, and that's kind of what it's going. Also, when I said race war, I also got with the United States that's what they're trying to attempt in the US. Or they are attempting to do it in the US. Not attempted. They are attempting, and it's not working the way they want it to. Let's just say that there's just the US is way too diverse, and it's been too diverse for a while. It would have worked in the 50s. It would have worked in the 60s. They attempted in the 60s. It's not working now. There's just too much. Yeah, not working. Okay. So the last thing I want to actually take a look into right now, and then I'm probably going to end the stream. Ali, I'm assuming so. They want to push for more censorship. They want to. I mean, look at what happened with the UK as well in terms of you can't even say like certain things on Facebook, otherwise the police are coming to grab you. Like they're doing massive. They're trying to make everything normalized now so that when people have genuine criticisms or genuine things that are wrong, they're going to be too afraid to speak out because they're going to get thrown into the hoosegow. They're going to get thrown into jail. So set the precedent early so that when shit starts going really bad for them, that there's already a precedent set that you can't really say shit. Right? So, okay. Okay. Again, thank you all so much for the questions. So we're going to take a look into, so there's a question here about the ranch, Zorro Ranch. And I think I'm going to leave that reading. I'm going to probably do a video on that one because I think that's going to get dark real quick. So I'm going to wait a bit on that one. I'm going to make probably a separate live or a separate video on it. And then the other question that came in was Courtney Love. is in the JE files. 3 times encircled. She's been hiding out in England for almost a decade, and she's friends with Prince Andrew, and investigations about her Cobain's suspicious death are hitting mainstream again. Will she go down for Kurt's death or traffic? So I can take a look into Courtney Love separately. I'm going to write that down because I do have a separate list of videos that I'm going to do. Oh yeah, you guys have also been asking for the guy in Florida. Yes, we'll go with the Florida dude, the Florida dolphin guy. Florida dolphin guy. We can take a look into that. And then I'm also going to write down Courtney Love. And then I'm also going to write down, and then I'm also write down the ranch. Okay. Yes. Okay, I have those written down. Oh my gosh. Ooh, she's a piece of work, that one, from what I've gathered. Okay, so I am going to do one last question, and then I'm probably going to head her on off for the night. And that is going to be about Mr. Elon Musk, because you know what? This man, I swear. Jesus. What? Like I said, there's whole world. Tara, I've actually done a reading on Kurt Cobain. I think it's still up. If not, just let me check really quick. I have done a reading on Kurt Cobain though. And I actually went into, no, it's still up. But yeah, if you want to take a look into my Kurt Cobain reading, like, let me tell you, Kurt Cobain, Dave Grohl, Courtney Love, I looked into all of that in that reading. That was very strong energy. Oh yeah, and then we got Mr. Tesla. I love it. You know what, Brienne? Mr. Tesla. I love the name. You know what? We're gonna keep that one. We're gonna keep that one. Mr. Tesla. How does Mr. Tesla? I want to take a look at Mr. Tesla and where does he rank within the billionaire status? Like, where does he actually rank? Do other people see him as actually a genuine threat? Do they actually, or is he kind of like on the outs with stuff? Really? Goodness gracious. Yeah, and Michael Yax. Yeah. Like, again, like I said, that man, I should also do a oh gosh, what's his name? Anthony Bourdain. That's been another one people really wanted me to take a look into. And I should take a look into his as well. Yeah, Musk is in the files. I know. Yeah, I've done quite a few readings on Musk. Like, honestly, he could get his own playlist at this point. Yeah. Oh, don't worry, Tara. I should actually just do one on Courtney Love too. But yeah, welcome to the channel. I got a bunch of different stuff hidden on this on here. There's a bunch of different stuff that I've done. So check it out. There's a bunch of members stuff too. So let's take a look here at just how do the billionaires actually feel about Mr. Musk? Like, is he one of the in crowd or not? Oh gosh. Where does Musk rank on the... I will say Musk is... He's a very bad businessman. Other billionaires see him as a very bad businessman who's gotten away with a lot of shit in his career. And it all comes because he's got Somebody loves him and cares for him and makes sure that his stuff like succeeds at all costs. He's got like a benefactor of some sort that like boosts him up to make him into who he is. Again, there's a I'm gonna say this. He's got a mommy, the Empress, Queen of Pentacles. He's got like a mommy type of energy around him. He's really bad with business. He's not very good at what he does. He gets away with stuff. The best way I can describe it, and the example that's being given to me, is in a book, in Crazy Rich Asians. I think it's there is a woman so there's this really rich woman. She was born rich, family's crazy rich, and then she married a man who's kind of like is doing his own tech startup that's not doing the best. And like this woman's ex is like a massive like investment broker. Like he does investments, he does a lot of investments, and he like props things up and stuff like that. And what I'm seeing is that, and so like the ex of the woman, he buys up the husband's like company and like makes him like a millionaire. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling for Musk. Somebody gave him a leg up to give him money. I know he comes from money, but someone invested in his dying company, and then Musk kind of went and leveraged that. So like everything that he has not been self-made, it has been gifted to him. Because again, and there's this, and it feels like a more feminine benefactor that is like behind him, and all the billionaires know that he's pretty much just he's a sugar baby to a lot of people, and he's not very good at business. He's been gifted almost everything that he's had, and so like he's never self-made. He's never actually done a lot of his own stuff. Like he's always been kind of bailed out at the last second to get what he wants or to be seen bigger than he is. Because the hopes here for him is like he feels as the like people see him as like, you got your hopes, your hopes, your dreams, your wishes, and your desires. The unseen obstacle too is he's very he has like this certain boyish charm to him where people kind of just fallen in love with him. However, he's horrible at business. He's like the worst person to do business with because he flubs numbers. He's not very good with finances. It seems like he overspends on a lot of things that he doesn't need to spend on. But he kind of just gets lucky and bailed out of a lot of things, because what's going for him though is that this man can talk anybody's pants off. Like he says one thing, but he goes and does another thing. Like he's very unpredictable, and like due to that, a lot of people can't pin him down or hold him back. He's always subverting expectations, because here in the past, again, he's really bad with money. Like Wheel of Fortune reverse. This is bad luck, bad opportunity. And here in the future, they see him kind of getting cut off from whatever funds or person that was helping him out or getting to him to where they needed to be. It's kind of how the billionaires feel about him. He's been gifted everything he has gotten. Nothing has been self-made. Nothing has been because he's smart. Nothing has been because he's made the right decisions. It's because there's a woman behind him who's either bailed him out or making him make these decisions the way they are. Yeah, spoiled brat. Spoiled brat, Ali. A spoiled brat through and through. Tara, yeah, his mom. Yeah, maybe it is his mother. Oh, yeah. But no, that's him. That is legitimately him. That's how billionaires see him. He is like, you're suckling on your mama's teat. Or somebody's teat who's been bailing your ass out. That's what I feel. That's what I got. Okay, I'm gonna put this away now. And if y'all just want to chat for a bit, I'm here. I'm here to have a good time. This is a little debrief with everyone. Oh, and then what's my next reading gonna be on? Y'all, I found... I have a lot of readings. Tara, I do think he's really smart. and I think he's very, the man's a visionary. I think he downloads a lot of like visions, and he has a lot of like good things to say. I think he's got a good knack for like seeing something that has potential. However, he's horrible at execution, and he needs to be kind of told what to do a lot of the time. The best way I can describe it, and I'm not diagnosing anyone with anything, but he reminds me of somebody who has, that I've known, that had Asperger's, who's like wicked intelligent, however can be so naive in other ways. I'm not saying, and like you can be really good in some things, but you're not good at everything, right? And it just seems like he might be really good in one thing. He's very, very hyper focused on one thing, and he's like really good at that one thing, and like he's brilliant in that one thing, but like everything else is very subpar. So yes, that's what I got. But yeah, if y'all want to know what my next reading's gonna be on, well, I got a lot of options. So well, let me hear you guys. I want to hear your guys' opinions. Like, so we have this Florida dolphin guy, which I am going to do, just because why the frickety frick not? That feels like something right up my alley. Dolphins kidnapped me, and I had to go build them a city, and then now I'm back, and it's too much of a Florida man. It's so Florida man coded. I just gotta know. But the other ones that I'm really looking into. So have you guys heard about what's going on with the Duggar clan? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I got really into like TLC and the Duggars and the 13. I was there for when it was 13 kids and counting, and I was there when it was 19 kids and counting. And let me tell you, Michelle Duggar was confronted the paparazzi. And there's video of it out there, apparently, that is going viral on TikTok. And I want to see, how is Michelle Duggar feeling now that her whole family is getting pretty much exposed? And I want to take a look at this blanket training. And like, what were your real intentions here, Michelle? Like, she's going absolutely crazy, apparently, in this paparazzi video that I saw. And I'm like, she's looking a little worse for wear. So I really want to take a look into her. Yes. Yeah, Lee, I get it. The other one that I'm really interested in, I want to take a look into these AI data centers, and I want to see if these AI data centers are going to be like doing something. Actually, if you guys want, I'm gonna start a poll. Like what reading would like to see next? So like I said, I have like I got a bunch of stuff. Like we can definitely do okay. If y'all want to help me with this, I will be like I'm here for it. Like, can I start the poll? Why not? What? It won't let me start the poll. I'm so sorry. I don't know, man. Apparently I can't do polls now. They aren't letting me do a poll. Like apparently I'm only going to be able to do 2. But yeah, I got so many different things. Gosh, apparently I can only do 2. So if y'all want to let me know, I'm going to start a poll. Which one would you guys like to see? These are like between the 2 that I'm kind of like wanting to do next. Like, what would you guys like to see? Because, like, again, these AI data centers, like where I'm located, they're trying to put in some AI data centers. And I've been trying to like argue with my family about it. They're, but it's going to create jobs and it's going to do all this wonderful things. And I'm like, and it's going to help invest in clean energy. And I'm like, the frickety frick frack and not. So, like, I'm like, we're already having a water crisis around the entire globe. And did you guys see what's going on in oh god, Nebraska? I think it's Nebraska. Like, Nebraska has a wildfire that's the size of Rhode Island going on. Like, that's how big the wildfire is, going through multiple different farmland and ranch land. Then, and like the big conspiracy theory with that apparently is that they're trying to like slash and burn everything so people will sell the land so they can give up the water rights so they can start doing more AI data centers down there. Also, did you like, what is it? One, there's an AI data center I think planned for Joliet, Illinois, aka in the burbs of the Chicagoland. And that data center alone, it's like it's, I forget how freaking big it is, but it's insane. Like, it's absolutely nuts. Like, it's absolutely nuts. And then you got Michelle Duggar, who's yeah, Ali, like they aren't gonna hire locals either. Like, that's the insanity part of it. And it's just supposed to sit there and take up a bunch of fresh water. And I'm like, it's so dumb. I'm so glad. Like, we have some really good local celebrities in our area that are doing a massive push to say no to AI data centers where I'm located. And like, it's been huge, and it's not a red or blue issue here right now. It's actually just turning into a community versus community issue. And they're offering a lot of money, and it feels like they're moving in a positive direction, because it's like, okay, AI data centers, I want to see how well these are actually going to be implemented anyway, especially since Disney, apparently, I am very well like versed in the AI data center world. Don't understand, because I come from a clean energy background, and so like I have a lot of like clean energy, grids, networks. I'm also really into like water and wetlands and like resource management. So like AI data centers have been like the like niche that has been like hitting both ends of like my educational background. And it's just like I've had a lot of things. And then there's the whole TLC stuff that's been going on too. So like so I don't know. This is why I've been having a lot of fun. I don't know. So, but yeah, I do want to take a look into this Michelle Duggar stuff too, because let me tell you, when you got 19 kids and your oldest one is in jail for CSAM, and then your second one is now going to jail for inappropriate conduct with a minor as an adult, we got issues. I know, Mango. I know we need more watering holes. We need more, like, we need more trees. We need more farmland that is owned by local farmers. We need ranch land. We need herds of cattle to keep up with beef production. That's for local source and demand. Like, we're trying. We are trying. Here, it's not even there. It's not that they need buildings to store data. No, this isn't storing data. This is, AI data centers are going to be running. So the Google AI that you put on, or Chat GPT, or Microsoft's AI, or Claude, or Anthropic, or Microsoft. That's what they're doing. That's what these centers are for. It's insanity. Oh, goodness gracious. So, like, that's what's kind of going on. Like, yeah, in the 80s, the government started paying farmers to not farm. And, like, I come from a family of farmers. Like, we have gardens. We have food. We grow our own stuff. We have our local butcher. Like, my family still butchers meat ourselves from from cattle and other people and other places. Like I come from it's very different comparative to other parts of the country, right? And so it's like this is what I've grown up with, and so like I don't want to see that taken away, and I see it desperately being taken away. So like again, remember, as we have learned, remember, we aren't crazy. Okay, I may be a conspiracy theorist, but if it's turned out to be true, was I really a theorist or was I just a truth teller? Like, come on now. Like, honestly, guys, I have a question. Would you guys buy merch that says, I may be a conspiracy theorist, but I've been proven that I tell the truth? Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, and Mango, yeah, my family's so lucky. I would love that. Yeah. Me, I am very, very blessed and thankful for the family that I do have and the skills that they've taught me and the skills and the things that I have been taught down the line. It's not common anymore. Yeah. And it's like a lot of the knowledge has been kind of taken away too because a lot of family members maybe don't have gardens anymore or don't butcher their own stuff and staying local and all that. I mean, it helps that I where I'm from, it's where I'm from, the nearest Panda Express is 45 minutes away. The nearest, like, if I want to go to a mall, I got to go 45 minutes away. I want to go to a shopping center that's not just Walmart. That is a 25-minute, 30-minute drive away. So we don't have like where I grew up, it's very much like we don't have that luxury. We just don't have that luxury. We have to learn how to do a lot of that stuff. So I really just want people to we're headed into a very scary time. And I don't want people to be scared by it. I want people to unite about it. I want all of us to kind of come together and be like, hey, we're here. We're having a good time. We are doing different things. We come together to learn new skills. We read, we write, we learn. We're going to make mistakes. We aren't going to know everything. But yeah, I think maybe am I a conspiracy theorist or am I the truth teller? You know what? I'm going to write that down. Am I just a conspiracy theorist or am I the truth teller? Because I have some new t-shirt designs in the works for y'all. So we'll see. We will see. Am I? All right, I got that written down. Sometimes we say some real good sayings around here. Yeah. The term given to us by this conspiracy theories. Yeah. I mean, with the release of the JE files, like honestly, can we really be told that we are like conspiracy theorists at this point? Because like there's some things that I'm like, this sounds pretty wackadoodle. This sounds like pretty out there. And then I'm like, oh, then the JE files come out. I was like, you know, my theories didn't seem that crazy comparative to what I'm reading. Yeah, Ali. Yeah, like you want to learn how to grow your own food. And actually, the best way to do it, even if you're like in an apartment or if you're like land currently is going for a premium, right? And so we're not all going to have access to land. We're all not going to have access to the irrigation or the necessary stuff, right? The best way I've found to, if you're like in an apartment or if you're in spaces that aren't like, oh, I have land to do stuff with. The best way I've found to do it is start in your own little home. What are windows that you have? Is there a way for you to get the tomatoes, even if it's just like one product that you guys use a lot, whether it's tomatoes or celery or cabbage. Cabbage is actually really good for you. I actually just saw a study today that cabbage, fermented cabbage, whether it's in sauerkraut or kimchi, it's like super good for your digestive system, because like there are enzymes that'll actually help like line your digestive system to help against inflammation in it, and your digestive system and having inflammation from it helps you eat better, like helps you absorb better or not absorb certain foods or certain things that you shouldn't be absorbing. It's also better for your gut health. And what else was there? Your immune system responses and your ability to, if you're like lactose intolerant or you have gluten intolerances, that's supposed to help your digestive, like your digestive system can actually be helped there as well. It's just like, what foods are you eating? And apparently that's supposed to be really good. I don't know. Just a new study I saw today. If that's something maybe to look into. Um, when on something in the lotto. I mean, hey, I wish you all the best. You know, sometimes people win it and they get a lot of money and they do awesome things. And you know what? You won't win if you don't try. Ooh, cabbage soup. Okay, I'm down. Like, I really want to do like I just bought some kimchi actually today because I'm like, yeah, should do this. And then I forgot how sour it was. And now I'm like sitting here and I'm like, nope, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't like sauerkraut, but you know what? We're going to try it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's worth it. And you know what? Maybe I'll just throw it in with some other things and we'll be fine. It's just so sour for me, but I'm going to try because you know what? It's going to be worth it. So I don't know. Okay, so I'm looking here at the poll. Okay, so it looks like we might be doing Michelle Duggar. I'm going to end the poll and we're going to be doing Michelle Duggar. It looks like I'm actually going to get that reading done and get that posted. Sweet potatoes, cabbage, and regular potato. Angle, you making me hungry, but I should not be hungry. I ate too much today already. Like, I made some homemade pasta, not homemade pasta, but I made up some pasta and then I have like my own sauce recipe that I've been making, and oh my gosh, we doing Gucci. So, but thank you all again so much for yipping and yapping with me. I'm gonna let y'all go. Maybe we'll go live again sometime later this week. And maybe we'll just have a yap session where we just chill, we hang out, we talk about random stuff that comes to our mind. Otherwise, watch out. We got some new readings coming out this week that hopefully you guys will like. So thank you all again so very much, and I will see you around and even in more readings.